I know this channel's probably never going to be as popular as I want it to be. You know, I don't know what it'll become, but I know what it won't. It won't just be some shill channel kissing ass for clicks and likes and whatnot. I just got to be honest and whatnot. I'm here to talk about the Secret Invasion trailer and what I think about it and whatnot. Okay. Well, here we have a show, and it stars Samuel Jackson, right? And Don Cheadle makes an appearance. It's a 6 episode show. There's some other characters in there. I really don't give a damn. And basically, what we have is a Nick Fury show. Okay, it's not a Secret Invasion show. I mean, there's scrolls in it. They're doing what they do. But it's a Nick Fury show. It's a goddamn Samuel Jackson show. We have a Nick Fury show with no Avengers in it, no superheroes. No superheroes, man. You got War Machine, but you don't see him in the armor or anything, and they don't explain why he's like suddenly really spry. Walking around, the character was crippled and shit, like in Avengers Civil War. And it just, when I look at Don Cheadle, and then I see Nick Fury here and whatnot, I just shake my head and whatnot because Disney is always like really shit the bed with these characters, okay? And they had all this money, and now they have to reconfigure their production schedule because they lost a lot of money making shitty shows. They had no quality control, and the guy in charge, he was the emperor with no clothes, okay? And the second in command was a feminist, a moronic feminist, okay, she didn't have any direction either, or whatnot. I have a problem with her ideology. I don't care that she got fired or whatnot. Still enough hacks over there to muck up things, and that's why I'm just generally lethargic about the whole Marvel product. I'm lethargic and whatnot. Yeah, it's Samuel Jackson. It's a 20 million a movie guy. I don't know what the fuck they're paying him. I don't think it's 20 million. But we have a Nick Fury show called Secret Invasion. It's Nick Fury, right? Help assemble the Avengers. And we don't have any superheroes whatsoever. We don't have any cool reveals or anything and shit. I really can't get into it with the bullshit scrolls. Okay, I know the Secret Invasion thing is about the scrolls, but they make their own shit out of it, okay? They make their own shit out of it. They've shit the bed since the Endgame. They didn't have no fucking plan to shit, and they wasn't willing to spend enough money developing the plan. They just doled out wads and suitcases of cash to hacks. Okay? There's no reason the She-Hulk should have been what it was. Okay? There's no reason or whatnot. That should have been like a 4 episode series. If they, if you think about what the budget probably was. And then they had like this stupid ass hack from Rick and Morty as the showrunner. And she gets to get out and still have a career after doing this shit. Right? Disney fucked up a lot of the goodwill with people and shit, and the brands that they own, the IPs that they own and whatnot. And I'm not excited for this show. It's a Samuel Jackson show. He's like, what, damn near 70? And what's he gonna be doing this shit? Is Nick Fury a super soldier or something? No, he isn't. He's a spy. And they shit the bed with S.H.I.E.L.D. I hated that they had Hydra up in S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't mind the movie Captain America the Winter Soldier, but S.H.I.E.L.D. went into the wood chipper after that movie. Then you just got these pockets of secret organizations and shit. You want to see what when I talk about doing something on the cheap? Do you remember when ABC had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? And people like that trash. Do you know how much money Disney had? How much money they could have put into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to make it actually something and whatnot? You know how that was? They had a little separate universe and shit. Even though they said everything was interconnected and shit. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was separate from the rest of the MCU until it wasn't. Alright? They don't have no fucking plans. We don't see no superheroes in this show. There's no cool reveals. It's shot like all claustrophobic and everything, And some people say that's intentional, but I just say they're hacks. There's people here that I don't even know if they went to film school. Okay? I don't see anything decent in this show. It's just the usual bullshit. It's like, cheap. It's done on the cheap. It's a homogenized product. And that's why I'm disgusted. I'm just tired of, I don't want to eat this bad lunch. All right? It's like going to a shitty school's cafeteria and getting some slop on a tray. All right? They don't know what they have. They don't care. like 2 decades ago. I met the president of an animation union in Los Angeles. It's a gentleman named Tom Saito, and he said something that stuck with me all these years. And I'm in my golden years, right? He said something that stuck with me all these years. He said when they found out they could make money doing shit, that's what they would do, and not nonstop, right? He was talking about a movie named Rock and Roll and what came afterwards. I think the studio did start doing the shitty ass Beetlejuice cartoons. Technically speaking, right? It's no lie. Look what we see with the Marvel Universe. After they did Avengers Endgame, they had one or two options to go with. All right, and they didn't take it. All right, they could have just restarted the MCU after Endgame. They could have restarted it, with the IPs that they bought, that they acquired when they acquired Fox Studios. They could have restarted the MCU with the Fantastic Four and the X-Men IPs, okay? And built them up properly, just like they built this MCU, this version of it, this saga, you know? But no, they didn't do that. They put out a fucking Black Widow movie, and they put out a bunch of trash-ass shows that like were bait and switch. And people just got tired of it over a while and got lethargic like I am. And I got like a mental and creative divorce from Disney Plus. I don't care if I see the shows or not. Every time they do something, it's on the cheap. No one has any real passion or creativity for what they're doing in the shows and their work. And they don't have any quality control. And Victoria Alonso should have been fucking fired because everything starts at the top. And she got a promotion to be on top of this and be the fall woman or the fall individual and shit, for this. I don't care about her feminist beliefs. I don't care about that. She has a job to turn a profit, and they didn't do that. Okay, I don't care about any of the straw hat arguments that people have. The proof is in the pudding and whatnot. I'm not going to talk about identity politics or any of that bullshit. You don't have any creativity. You don't have any skill, no craft, no nothing, no veris. I can't even say the fucking word. All right. Look what they destroyed. Look at all they have destroyed. They've run the studio into the ground, and I had to cut corners and shit to make their production windows and shit, the ones that are still up. Okay? And they ain't fooling nobody. A lot of times I want to lament the fact that they used minority groups, like black people, to push their agenda. Like when they had Mahershala Ali come out, as the new Blade and shit, and then there's no Blade movie. And, I'm a person I have worked in, I worked in certain areas on the West Coast. And I know when I saw him come out, when I saw that logo of the Blade, there was no thought put into it. It was just something there so that if you complained about their lineup, if you complained about their fucking lineup, they could call you an istaphobe. So yeah, not really excited for Secret Invasion. It's a Samuel Jackson show. It's like 6 episodes because that's all they can afford. You think he's gonna cut his bag in half and shit just to accommodate the studio and shit that's been shitting all over the, where he's been working for like 12 years or more? Fuck no. He gotta get his paper like anybody else, and I don't begrudge him that. But it's let's not stand on. Let's not fuck around here. Okay, let's get off the soapbox and shit. Secret Invasions is a really, bare minimum red box production, right? This bullshit. You don't see any goddamn superheroes. They don't have any frills, no nothing. You don't get anything and shit for your fandom. They don't give you anything for supporting their product for like a fucking 12 years. They give you trash. They give you homogenized trash. And that's how I feel about this after looking at this trailer, okay? And if I do see it and shit, they won't make a dime off of it and shit because, well, I'm not in the habit of supporting doing business with people who spit in my face. That is all.